Yo, greetings, goddesses and gods. Take a moment of silence for yourself. I'm driving, so don't pay attention to me. But take a moment in silence for yourself. I got you. Thank you. Hello. This what I want to get to the point because I always like to do that. Whoa, right? So as I'm driving, which I'm not allowed to be doing, by the way, because you get fucking ticketed around here. I'm sure it's like that everywhere else because they just want to. I mean, we're not really conscious of what we're doing. Actually, we're not really paying attention to the road, which is the whole idea of driving, right? So which defeats the purpose of what the fuck I'm doing to begin with. So this is what I wanted to talk about, but not fucking all day long, but just get these thoughts out there because people listen, and this is like a radio show. Well, that's it. This is what this is. This is like a radio show, but just broadcasting myself. And there's no host. No one's hosting me. I hosted myself. You dig? This phone is hosting me. So, yeah, that is what it is. So, but in a nutshell, if you're aware, if you're conscious, if you're aware, basically, and you look around, but without judgment, okay? There's no judgment. But you do know that when we do come across judgment, there's insulting. The soul is insulted, right? So our soul has become insulted. So basically, that should tell you that, not in a negative way, like, wow, there's a war on consciousness going on, and the reason, and it's designed to make you as a human being, just listen to that, as a human being, not an African American, not a Caucasian, not an Asian, not a John, not a Peter, not a Paul, none of that shit. Human being. Okay? To make more conscious decisions on our own life, listen to this, our own life path, our own truth, you know what I'm saying? And the truth that where we come from. This is the truth. Why we're here. Because that's the unknown. You dig? This whole starseed shit. It's unknown. So we bring this here. Because we are the ones we're waiting for. And everyone else is the everyone else that we're waiting for. You dig? But everyone's just too busy trying to get money, man. I'm trying to be rich. Why? What's that gonna do? What the fuck is that gonna do? You know what? With more money comes more problems, you see, and on the physical level. But those of you think on the other side, there is no money. Because that's not real. It's not real at all. Because we know, that there does come a lot of problems. We do live in this type of animalistic world because we are animals. Why? Because we're being suppressed. Why? Because we have all the knowledge. Why? Because we're free. Why? Because they tried to chain us up. Why? Because we can talk and we can see without eyes. We can hear without ears. We can speak without moving our mouth. And have everything you want. That's why. That's the power. And this whole war on consciousness, this whole politics, religion, conspiracy, everything, you name it. It's all out there to distract you from yourself, to not be a human being. Because the environment is trying to make us who we are, or what we should be doing, or why we should be doing, or who are we. They're trying to redefine you as a human being. But don't take this as a judgment. I don't look at it as a judgment. Let's look at it as, because that's what's happening to myself. Myself. It's happening to myself. So if it's happening to myself, it's happening to yourself, and so on and so on. And this is why we have authors and poets and artists. As a matter of fact, an artist. This is why we have artists. I don't give a shit what anybody says. We don't listen to that mainstream definition of the word artist, because it's just made up to begin with. And that's what artists do. They make shit up out of the unknown, the imagination, the other place, the other world, the metaphysics, metaphysica, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the boogie land. I don't give a fuck. The heavens of God, Jesus' mind. I don't give a fuck what you call it. That does not matter. That's labeling. See what I'm saying? We're labeling. And just think of the labels that you use, and think of the imagery that comes with those labels is what controls people's perception. So while everyone's out here defaming or demonizing, Jesus and whatever, or whoever, Satan and all this shit, but just think of the imagery, that comes with that. You have to explain to people. You can't just say, oh yeah, power to Satan. But you know what I'm saying? That you say that to somebody, like, what the fuck, But you know that it's a lie anyway, because first of all, it's made up. They made that shit up. It's like they made the planet Saturn that's made up too. They just made that shit up. Who knows? Nobody knows what the hell that planet's called. This might not even be Earth for all we fucking know. Who knows? They could have us fooled. Imagine that. Imagine you sitting there right now all enlightened about, the birds and the alligators and the koala bears, and that's not even real. Say that's not even real. What if they created us? Imagine that. Imagine if the koala bears created you, sitting right there, sitting on your phone, calling me an idiot, calling me a barbarian or whatever, or a hoodlum that don't know shit. Imagine you saying, oh, there we go, you're projecting. Now I'm going to project the inner worlds, because I don't know shit. So I'll project it onto you, because you don't know nothing. So I will pass judgment on you. But you pass judgment on someone, you don't know you're judging yourself, because that someone don't even exist. It's a fantasy of your own mind. I don't even exist. I'm not real. Put it to you like that. I'm not real. Imagine that. As I swerve along the interstate. I could die on this phone right now. Imagine it. You'd be witnesses right now. Boom! Nobody would give a fuck. But in 50 years, they might give a fuck. Somebody might find all this shit. All my writings, all the thoughts. All the thoughts go somewhere. They don't just... They still there. Everything's there. Everything that we focus on is there. If you think about it, it's all right there. You don't need that materialistic shit because you already had it. We're just using it. We're just using it now. We have a big savings that you can't even see, but yet you can see at the same time. Take that in, swallow all that good stuff for the day. I'll let you go on this note. But just stay positive and be grounded. And remember, we are in the U.S. election year, and it's gonna get a little bit rough around here until then. You dig? So, but know this: in a presidential election year, money is very easily accessible. It's they flood the banks, whatever the fuck. They flood it back to us so they can get elected. You know what I'm saying? So they're like buying us. They buy us, and we take it, and we buy us. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know we use it against them. You see? Because that's how it is. It's simple. Those of you who want to get attached to that, like, hey man, let's get into this. There it goes. Now you're into one thing to another. Now you know some corrupt people and blah, 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 blah. We all know the story. It is what it is. Because God is first. I don't want to call it God. I like to call it the great one. The great wizard in the sky. Is in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Let's just be real. Somebody made that shit up too. Whoever come up with that word really, really is the powerful one. Whoever came up with that word, that symbol, and said we can manipulate billions of people with this word, this dog, but we'll name it backwards, God. We'll just say God. Is it the Sirius sky, the dog star? Maybe. What is it? See what I'm saying? Hidden knowledge. This is a cult. Hidden knowledge, bro. A cult. Dark. This is satanic. That's not satanic. It's just silliness. It's a cult. So what is the dog star? What is so unique about it, you know? It's energy. What about this energy? We don't even know if it's, why is it called Sirius? Who named it Sirius? That I don't fucking know. That sounds weird to me. So we're fucking following blindly of somebody we don't even fucking know created Sirius. What the fuck kind of shit is that? Are you not giving away your soul to that shit? I mean, come on. Did you not sell your soul to come up and say, oh, that's Sirius? Why? Why? Because some people said this is what it's called? Why? Who says? Who the fuck says this shit? You know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, there's something there. Because the more we do that, the more we are in tune with it. You see? We're trying to solve the mystery of Sirius, which we already know, because now that we've been tapping into it, we've tapped into Sirius, right? Ever since I said the word Sirius. So now we've been tapped into it. So, and nobody knows. We just make shit up. Why not? Sirius was made up. The Earth was fucking made up. Who cares? Who really gives a fucking rat's ass of what any of this bullshit means? It's just a bunch of people getting together and saying, this is what this is. And we're all like, yes, yes it is. I agree. Why? Because they told me. Because their fucking words, the images that come with the words, controlled my perception. Right. You gig? So this isn't even Earth. Maybe it is. Maybe we live on Sirius. Who knows? Maybe Sirius is Earth. What about that? Would anybody even think of that? No, because why? We're too crazy. We're too crazy to come out. No, but we're already named off of crazy. The majority, listen, the majority says we're crazy. You see, so the majority is judging us. What does it mean when people judge? They reflect their inner world. That's them inside. They're crazy inside because they don't know. It drives you crazy. Yes, yes it does. But you know what? Albert Einstein always said, I think he said, maybe that was made up too, maybe that's a bunch of bullshit too, but it's a good fucking thing. He said, whoever said it, imagination is more powerful, listen to this, more powerful than knowledge. Imagine that. Because knowledge has limits. It doesn't need enough knowledge to do with any of this spiritual quantum shit. Because knowledge has limits. The imagination has no limits. You see? So the imagination is the higher dimensions, the divine realms, whatever the fuck name you want to call it. Whatever you got. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you call it Fartland. I really don't care. If you're happy about Fartland, then you're a W. Hey, more power to you, man. Maybe there is a Fartland. I don't know. There possibly can be. If we're all farting, where does it go? It's in some land. We're imagining it. Imagine that, a bunch of people getting around farting. What does farting really mean? Letting out steam? Steam from where? Your ass or your mouth? Or your nose? Which one? Who says? And why do they say that? What difference does it make? See how we rename society? We're renaming everything around us. Why? Because we can do that. Because why? Because we're creating reality with our very own mind. And when all this shit exists, you're going to come up and go on Google and you're going to read about Fartland. And you're going to be tripped out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how they manipulated. Like, just think about Jesus back in the day, sitting around with the apostles. If they didn't have any of this fancy shit, it would be the same shit. Some dude sitting around talking wild, right? He was just found some mushrooms or something, you know, and it's a secret thing. Maybe he hung out with some guru. I don't know. Who knows, man? Maybe he hung out with Shiva. I don't fucking know. Who's to say? Who's writing that shit anyway? And how many people wrote that? Oh my God. We could go on and on all day long. You see? But we gave our energy away. I just gave all my energy away to that. Why? Because there's a war on consciousness. Why? Because they want our energy. They want that space in your mind. Space. Listen to that. That's already, they want that space in your mind. So as soon as you mention whatever it is, they got you. They have you. It's just, are you powerful enough to turn it around and flip it around and make it like them, the foolish ones? That's what is an alchemist, right? Self-mastery, turning the switch to dark and light in between. This is what a shaman does, walks in and out unintentionally or at will. At will, intentionally. He can come in, or he or she rather, or they can come in and out and have no problem. Smooth. You know, the sick people stay in the delusions. You know, but that is another dimension. You are in literally another dimension because that exists. And you know, it's just it amazes me how everything works. All right, well that's enough. Holy shit! See, it felt like it was 5 minutes, but I'm off on that one, yo. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. That was good chatting with you guys. The war on consciousness is fucking real. And how do you get out of it? You just dissolve the boundaries. Just dissolve the boundaries. Just keep telling yourself, dissolving the boundaries, and keep affirming where you're going. Where are you going, you know? What the fuck you doing? Where are you going? You know what I'm saying? I know we're here right now, but the more positive we think, the more positive places we go to. It just doesn't happen right now. You see? Because it's a seed. You know, and you plant seeds, especially coming up, you know, in a couple of months, things flourish. All right, that's enough gossip, whatever. My fucking hand hurts and shit, but yo, I love how people want to take spirituality off. But see, this was helpful because you know how much you feel like a weight has been lifted off you, you know, just hearing this and even saying this, because when you keep talking, you can keep going and you make shit up. Like, it just comes to you naturally. That's intuitive knowing. That's the intuitive knowing, the intuition. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think about any of that shit. I don't even know what the fuck I said. Why? Because it doesn't matter. So if somebody wants to call me out, I'm like, all right, cool. I don't remember that I said that, but I probably would because it's locked in here. I locked it in. You know, and I don't like to lie. You know, because that is the way, that's how I see it. I've seen shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm crooked. Because you know, my whole left side is off. But anyway, let's just get out of here, dude. Fuck all this nonsense. Look, be real, man, and just you know, dissolve boundaries. And because the war is going to get more powerful. And, you know, and we're going to have to see what happens over the next course of the next, you know, till fall, rather. So we got to get through spring and summer. I mean, and it's going to get worse. So be on a positive note and be very positive. It doesn't matter if it's, and like I said, just walk with unconditional love. You know, we weren't trained to have unconditional love. We were trained to hate. See, and that's where that all started, to hate and divide and all this stuff, because you're a different color, or you come from another country, or you speak differently, or you know, whatever, because you have a long beard, or you have a penis and a cock, you know, all these things, you know, just who cares? Who fucking cares? I see people dwelling, and we're sitting here, oh my god, fucking make it better. You know, it doesn't exist, okay? Just tell yourself it doesn't exist. Don't see it. You have to change your mind. But it's hard. It's a very hard job. I'm acting like it's very easy to change. It's not. It's not, because I really still wouldn't be doing. I mean, who knows? Whoever's been listening for this long, God bless you. Because I don't even know half the time. So whatever. It's just the way it is. You know, it's a way of life. This is the path. You just don't one day, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then the next day you go back to what you've been. No, what is it? Why? It doesn't even make any sense. You're going backwards. You know. You should be going forward in the rear view mirror. I mean, not looking in the rear view mirror. Going forward, not looking in the rear view mirror. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm going to bust out of here. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the comments, the phone calls, the emails, the whatever, the social medias. I don't even know. Who knows? Who cares? My website is down now because I don't have the fucking $400 a year that they fucking want. All of a sudden charge me $200 more fuck you. I'm not, no. So I'm going to try to get a different plan with them and go on the lowest plan, because that shit doesn't matter anyway, but it's got to be popping off. I love you guys. Fucking go real, be fucking magical. Go the unicorn. Go the unicorn. I'll see you later. I love you guys.